Apologize for putting my butt in your face, bro. Okay. All right. It is good to be here. It's good to be back. I was especially curious today to see who showed up for the class. And the reason why I was curious is because whenever I go through a major consciousness shift or another real level where I've changed on the inside and made some kind of a deep transformation, my classes shift. And some people I used to see and saw all the time, I stopped seeing, don't see anymore. And then some people come that I've never seen before in the class. And some people I see I haven't seen in a long time. So I'm always, we got some chairs right here in the circle right here.
I'm coming over.
And because whenever you make a change, everybody don't go with you at the level of the body. When you make a shift inside your mind, sometimes it means that the people in your life will change. When you make a change, sometimes it means that the people in your life will change. When you make a change, sometimes the people in your life will change. And every time a relationship ends, it means you have forgiven each other.
That's kind of cool.
So if you've had any relationships that look like they've ended, you just forgave each other. You decided you wasn't going to subject each other to each other's egos any longer. That you weren't going to mistreat each other any longer. You were not going to put all the scripts, ridiculous scripts on each other any longer. You were no longer going to try to hold somebody else responsible for your happiness any longer. You were going to, so when you end a relationship, most people call a breakup, is really you just forgave each other. Now what about the people that you haven't forgiven that you're still seeing? Because those are the only people that you're seeing. It's those you haven't forgiven yet. Those are the ones you're still in a physical relationship with. Isn't that deep?
Yeah.
But you know it's true.
Yeah.
You know it's true. You know it's true. Because they're always the ones you're trying to figure out how to love better, love more, see correctly. So what else could that be but unforgiveness? If I had really forgiven you, there wouldn't be anything to change. So anytime I have to change anybody, I know I got a grievance. So the people in my life that I still need to forgive and see correctly, I'm going to do it. I'm going to see you correctly. Now the way that I'm going to see all of you correctly is that I probably won't get into any intimate special relationships with any of you. That way you'll love me longer. I've got this thing figured out. I finally got this thing figured out after all these years. Because the people who don't know me well are the ones who treat me the best. They're the ones who make the least demands. They're the ones who invite me out. They're the ones who laugh at my jokes. Like, I just flew in from London and my arms are really tired. Okay. See what I'm talking about?
That was funny.
Wasn't that funny? Yeah. So when I say that about forgiving, I don't mean that in a negative way. I don't mean that like, oh my God, what do you mean? I know I love them. I don't have anything to forgive. I love them completely. Forgiveness isn't a bad thing. Learning how to see somebody better than you used to see them, that isn't something to beat yourself up about. So today, in the Course in Miracles, I'm going to mention a little bit about the trip at the end of the class. I think it'll be good for a finale.
All right.
Because God shows up best when you don't know anything. I didn't know anything about London. I didn't know anything about the culture. I didn't know anything about any way to go, or how to get around. I didn't know anything about anything. And I found that when you don't know and don't think you know, you're much more likely to call on God than when you are in familiar circumstances. So I had a chance to watch the God that's working in my life all the time in a way that I don't always recognize because I think I'm doing it. to going somewhere where the God that's always taking care of me could really show me that it existed because I knew I didn't know. So this is a prayer. I'm going to talk about fear and conflict and getting rid of that once and for all. Anybody up for that?
Yeah, I'm up to that.
Okay. There's on page 28 in the Course in Miracles. Course in Miracles. I'm going to say a little prayer. It says, you can do much on behalf of your own healing and that of others if in a situation calling for help. If in a situation calling for help, you should think of that situation calling for help this way. If you're in a situation calling for help, you should think about that situation calling for help in this way. I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent him who sent me. I don't have to worry about what to say or what to do. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do. I don't have to worry about what to say or what to do. I don't have to worry about what to say or what to do because he, which is God, love, don't let the terminology throw you. It's not talking about a man. We're talking about love or fear, that which created us. So when it says stuff like, I'm here only to be truly helpful, I'm here to represent love, who sent me. I don't have to worry about what to say or what to do because love, who sent me, will direct me. God sent me, God will direct me. Love sent me, love will direct me. Love sent me, love will direct me. My son the other day sent me some ultrasounds of my granddaughter. And it was really kind of trippy. First of all, it's real trippy to think of me as having a lineage. That trips me out every day. I have a lineage. Anyway. And this is a miracle baby, and that's a whole nother story. And so I was looking at the ultrasound pictures, and the first thing that came to my mind was, I'm looking at the avatar. Because if anybody saw the movie Avatar, it basically says the body is just a vehicle that allows us to function in this plane. And then who we really are can enter the body that's perfectly matched for us to do what we need to do. I knew when I saw that movie it was talking about us, in my perception, and that's okay. It's just my point of view. Believe me, all I ever share in my class is just my point of view, so it's okay. Nobody has to believe it, accept it, I don't care. Okay, because I want to hear your points of view. It's always interesting, but not right now. But yes, I would love to, and you will get a chance to share your thoughts. But here's the point that I'm making. When I saw the avatar, it was very interesting because I knew that I was getting ready, I was looking at a vehicle that a soul was going to use to learn the lesson in love that we all have to learn when we come here. I also knew I was looking at the avatar of a being who was sent here to save the world, like all of them are. That's why they seem to be so far advanced in the way to what we were at the age that they are compared to what we. I mean, the things that they say at the age they are, if any of y'all around in these little jokers, you know that they're not from here. They're from somewhere else. Right. I'm telling you, all you got to do is be around these 2 and 3 and 4 years old people now, and you know, whoa, their biggest thing is getting adjusted to having a body that they're not used to moving around in yet. You know, I'm still not used to this one myself. I still get up every day and say, I can't believe I'm earthbound. You know, I so used to remember being a free-willing consciousness that was unlimited and that could fly. So it's kind of funny now to see myself as in this body. So anyway, you're in your avatar, but you're not your avatar. And I used to think people were their bodies more. And so then I confused them with who they really were, and then make the body my goal and head straight to hell. I'll say that one more time. Okay. I learned to believe that people were their bodies, and then I made the body the goal. And then when I made the body the goal, sooner or later I ended up in hell, which is some form of fear or conflict. It wasn't until I started to separate people from their bodies that I started to have peace with them more. So I love looking at your avatars and getting to the level of consciousness that I recognize that it's not what you are, it's what you're communicating with me through your body. So I'm here to be, I love what he says, I don't have to worry about what to say or what to do because love or God who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever love wishes. knowing that love goes there with me. So I'm content to be right here because I know that all the love I could ever experience is right here. I really enjoyed being in London. It was love right there. Boy, was it love right there. It was a trip. So I'm content to be wherever love wishes, knowing that love goes there with me. I will be healed as I let God or love teach me to be healed. So I will be healed as I let love teach me to heal. So I need to let the Creator teach me to heal so that I can be healed. I will be healed as I let love teach me to heal. So I want love to teach me to heal instead of fear. So then it goes into the section that's called fear and conflict. And I'm just going to hit some key things in this section. I'm not going to go through all. I'm going to hit the juicy parts. Is that okay? It's on page 28. Now, if you study, I'm going to pretty soon start a new Course in Miracles class for people who are ready to study the book and are really willing to discipline themselves and work with me. And I can save you a ton of time in studying the book. But I want some hardcore, die-hard. I really want to read the Course in Miracles. I made the decision that the Course in Miracles is my spiritual path. And I know you've been learning it for 30 years, and I want to save myself 30 years. I want to save myself 30 years by working with you on now committing myself to actually learning this path and the material. So we'll be like doing the book, and we'll like have assignments, and we'll be like, and I'll be like whipping butt that they don't do it.
Yeah.
I got my whip ready. Bend over that chair. Ow! They'll be so happy to make a mistake. What?
Oh, that's cool.
I went to the Victorian Fetish Ball last night as a research project. So I was doing a research project, and it was a research project. It had this purely, and it was incredible. I mean, it was called the Victorian Fetish Ball. What else can I say? That pretty much says it all. In other words, like it had this real sexual kind of theme, and everybody was dressing like their wildest fantasies and imagination. So you got a chance to see how people would express themselves if they felt no guilt. So it was so much fun to be in a room full of people that felt innocent about playing with their appearance without judging their morality by the way that they looked. And watching everybody see each other as innocent, and everybody peaceful, and everybody reaching out and having a good friggin' time. It was